Hey y'all, coming to you from the international headquarters of ScottieDTV, and today I've got Josh Russell, JR, from the Gilmore Car Museum up in Michigan, and I'm so excited to be, they got with me a few months ago, and we've got a event worked out for ScottieDTV to come in for a few days in July. But as I got to know Josh, JR is what they call him, and as I was getting to know JR, him and I, we just had chemistry right out of the gate, you know, and we were excited. I wanted to help them, they wanted to help me, they wanted to work together, and I was like, man, you know, we've got to put a video together just to let people know that this place exists and how cool it is. And so that's what we're doing here today. JR, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Scotty. Thanks for having me on. Great to be here.
Brother, I cannot tell you, like I said, how excited I am to be working with you this summer. I believe, my calendar doesn't stay in my head. If it's not in my phone, it doesn't happen. And so I believe it's like July 27th or something, that week in there?
20th, 27th, I'd have to look at it. It's our Mopars at the Red Barns event that you're coming in for. So big Mopar show, muscle car show. It'll be great to have you here. You're going to be here for the week, so you get to check out the rest of the museum, all of our galleries, collections, everything there is to see here. As you know, it's a range, man. It's muscle cars, it's hot rods, it's classics, it's Model Ts, it's Model As, it's Cadillacs, it's 50s, 60s cars. We've got just about everything here.
Tell me, let's start at the beginning. Who is Gilmore and why do they have a car museum?
Okay, well, so the Gilmore Car Museum was founded in 1966 by a gentleman named Donald Gilmore. He was president and CEO of Upjohn Pharmaceuticals, which then ultimately became Upjohn Pharmacia and now Pfizer. So the actual company here in Michigan who's making all of the vaccine for everybody across the country, the plant that he built is only about 15 minutes away. But in his retirement from the pharmaceuticals business, his wife said he needed something to do, so he got into the car restoration and car collection hobby. So she encouraged him to buy the property here, put up a barn to start, keeping his cars in, and quickly thereafter said, well, I got to share this with other car people. So more barns got built, more cars got bought, and that's how things started here at the Gilmore Museum.
So when it first started, really, it was like a private collection.
It was. It absolutely was.
Or a playground, more of a playground than a collection, because as we'll just discuss, the Gilmore is more than just cars and buildings. So, wow, I didn't know that, but how cool is that? And so then when he passed away, he wanted to keep this going or something?
Yeah, so his family continues to support it. His grandson is the president of our board of trustees, and there are many family members who are on our board and still involved. And so, yeah, through the years, they're all passionate car people. So they've been pushing things forward, and there's been an incredible amount of expansion here in the last 10 or 11 years, and now it's, a 90-acre campus with more than 200,000 square feet in buildings that have collections in them, and 7 different partner museums on the campus right now. So it's one ticket buys you an experience to be able to check out, whatever it is that you're into. Lincolns, Cadillacs, air-cooled Franklins, Classic Car Club of America Museum, all pre-42 luxury stuff. And then, hot rods, muscle cars, and everything else under the sun, really. Motorcycles.
Now does that change, or does it stay pretty much the same all the time?
Yeah, we try to rotate out about 30% of the exhibits every year. So every year there's a new main gallery exhibit. There are new cars that are on loan, or featured cars, or collections that are being brought in. So really, every time you come to the Gilmore, if you're here once a year, a third of the museum is going to be all new to you in terms of what's being presented. And as we'll talk about, I think, a little bit, beyond the inside of the museum, this is a destination for folks throughout the region and throughout the country. Every single weekend, we've got a different car show, boat show, vintage travel trailer rally. We've got Model T driving experience classes going on. This year, we're going to have 8 different concerts, outdoor summer concerts. So it's like I call it cut here into the cornfield in Hickory Corners, Michigan. It's like the field of dreams for car guys.
It sounds like almost like an amusement park for car guys.
Yeah.
Like you said, for sure, a destination. But you're right. Even if you go and see the exhibits once or twice, because hey, seeing stuff like that's overall always overwhelming. So you will want to go walk through it more than once and check it out. But even after that, you can come in and get a milkshake and a hamburger if you want.
Yeah, that's right. We have one of the really cool things here is it's honestly the buildings and the architecture on the campus. One of those is a 1941, a functioning 1941 Silk City diner that was built in New Jersey and then lived in Connecticut, in Meriden, Connecticut for most of its life. But about 10 years ago, they moved it here to the Gilmore Museum campus, restored it. And so, yeah, you can go in and get yourself, get a hot dog, get a frozen custard, get yourself a chocolate malt, and enjoy it. It's got, you know, the neon signs and everything over it. But that's one example of a bunch of different buildings we have on the campus. We got a 1928 Ford Model A dealership building that houses the Model A Museum. We've got a 1948 Cadillac dealership, which houses the Cadillac and LaSalle collection. We've got, you know, early 1900s towering, you know, red barns, vintage barns out here that have collections in them. And then cool stuff coming, like a mid-century modern 1960s era dealership, 65, 66 era dealership that's going to be a standalone building that will house the muscle car museum and the muscle car collection. So cool stuff for sure.
Hey folks, now you can see why I'm so excited to be involved. And I have to be honest, I mean, I was appalled. Once I figured out what the Gilmore Car Museum was, I was appalled that I didn't know about it and more people didn't know about it. But yeah, no, when JR got with me at first, I had to go look it up real quick. And I asked around. Now some other people had heard it and compared it to the Peterson Museum, something like that. But then once I got to know JR, I was like, hey, this is the only place I know. Like you said, you can go and learn how to drive a Model A there.
Yeah, we got Model T driving experience, but we have Model A's too, so we give rides, right? We give rides, and we've got Model AA truck that we give rides in. We've got every day this summer. Hopefully we get past some of the COVID restrictions, but we're going to have our Ride the Classics program back and going. So my intent is every hour on the hour to have a different vehicle driving around the campus so that you can get rides in it and hear it run and check it out. And especially for kids, we've got like a really cool, there's actually a 1930s Chevy, a Gilmore fire engine. So I want kids to be able to ride the fire truck and ring the bell. And right, those kinds of experiences are super memorable, and they happen out in the campus, right? It's a tremendous collection inside the museum, and you can walk through the galleries. But it's really special, you know, as car people, when you're out there riding in a car, you smell it, you hear the exhaust, the engine rumbling. That's the stuff that's really cool. So we have a lot of activity that takes place out on the roads here, on the lawns. You know, whether it's a car show or a Wednesday night cruise in, or one of our other programs like Ride the Classics.
Man, like I said, I'm so stoked. It's such a cool place. It's more than a museum. As you can hear JR talking, that I was telling him earlier before the interview, it's y'all's mentality. It's your welcomeness. It's your openness to anything that's gear-driven, car-related. Even in the wintertime, y'all did a snowmobile event in the wintertime.
Yeah, we had about 2 feet of snow on the ground here in Michigan a few weeks ago, and we had our first ever winter motoring meet. So included in that, we were given rides in our Model T depot hack through the snow, and the Model AA truck. We had a gentleman who brought down a Model A on tracks and skis and was given rides, you know, through the snow. And we had about 60 vintage snowmobiles, pre-1990, so like, you know, old Polaris and Mercury and Skidoo, and just really a really cool event. The ice carver and, you know, beer and wine and food and fire and all that. It was a really cool event. So we try to do different things that bring in different groups of enthusiasts. So that was for, you know, car people and vintage snowmobile folks. Again, we're doing a vintage travel trailer rally in May. We're bringing in classic boat people in May as well. And it's just trying to create those different events so everybody can enjoy. We got a big space here. We got a big spot. We're fortunate to have that. There's enough room for everybody to kind of come here and enjoy and party and participate in kind of the hobby and the lifestyle, you know.
Yeah, no, I am so excited. Folks, you're going to hear me talking about it. You follow me on Facebook. I'll be sharing the cool stuff they've got going on over there. Of course, once I get up there, the whole plan is to make videos. I want to sit down with JR one night if we can set it up and do an after hours live for the YouTube channel. We'll do some Facebook live out of there. I'll make some feature videos. I am so excited. I got milkshakes and cheeseburgers on location. So, you know, what else could you want? And Josh, tell them first of all, where are y'all located?
So we're in Hickory Corners, Michigan, which is right outside of Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's about halfway between Chicago and Detroit, just about 15-20 minutes off of Interstate 94. Okay. So really accessible. You know, if you're making a cross-country trip or you're in the region, just a little bit off of I-94.
It sounds like it's a nice cruise out of Detroit or out of Chicago for a motorcycle group or anything like that, even a car club that wants to cruise out there. Y'all have cruisings on Wednesday through the summertime, right?
Yeah, Wednesday nights from May all the way until end of September. And yeah, we have live music every Wednesday night. We've got live bands here every Wednesday night for our cruise in. We've got food and beverage, the diner's open, the grill's open, the bar's open. And we usually get between 500 and 600 cars and 1,000 or so people every Wednesday night. I mean, it's a great thing that we can do for the community, and it gets people, you know, introduced to the Gilmore, or it's a place that they just know. There's always, if you've got a car or you got a bike, it's a great place to kind of come and plan your summer Wednesday nights around and enjoy.
So if online now, what are the ways that people, because obviously there's no way to remember everything that's going on, see schedules, get ticket information, that kind of stuff. What's the best way to do that kind of stuff?
Yeah, please check us out online at gilmorecarmuseum.org. So .org, gilmorecarmuseum.org, or on Facebook, it's Gilmore Car Museum, or Instagram, Gilmore Car Museum. But the website or Facebook would be the two best ways to kind of keep track of what's going on. And our full 2021 schedule is up there on the website right now.
Cool. Man, brother, I can't tell you, obviously, how excited, because I'm being as refrained as I can. I mean, just listening to this interview myself, guys, I'm so excited, because it was like, every time I talk to JR, I get more excited about this place, because it just seems to me that, how does the whole world not know about this? Why isn't everybody going there? I can't wait to go. I'm in July. I'll be sharing their stuff on Facebook, keeping you up to date on that kind of stuff. Check them out, follow them on Facebook, like them on Facebook, and if you're in the area or you're looking for a cool thing to do this summer, this spring, get out there and see them at the Gilmore Car Museum. Man, again, JR, thanks so much for stopping in today and giving us a little information.
No, thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it. Yeah, and we'll look forward to seeing you in July, but everybody else, museum's open every day, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and then for special events in the evenings for concerts and shows, the hours go later. So open every day of the week except for like 4 holidays a year. So come and see us. We'd love to have you.
Brother, I can't wait to get there myself. Hope you all have enjoyed it. See ya! Hey y'all, make sure you subscribe to this channel and visit ScottieDTV.com for an easy way to search the hundreds of videos I have posted. Either click the link in the description or the one at the end of this video.